On June 16th of 2000, Disney released a sequel to one of their most iconic and most recognizable films of all time, Fantasia 2000. If you haven't seen either films, the concept of them were to animate segments that would sync up with classical and recognizable pieces of music. It was a bold move for the company back in 1940, as nobody has made an animated film like this. Fantasia and its sequel received great reviews, and many fans of Disney consider the original to be one of their best films of all time. So, after the release of Fantasia 2000, there would be a sequel that would start production in 2002. This film would set out to come out in 2006, and would be titled Fantasia 2006. I mean, what else were they gonna call it? The film, though, would unfortunately never see the light of day. But why is that? Well, join me today as we look at the history and production behind Fantasia 2006, the film that never happened. If Fantasia 2006 was to be released, it would have been a very different film compared to the first two, as there would be a theme to it. This theme would be that each segment would be set in locations from around the world, such as Russia, Australia, Africa, and even the United Kingdom. Each of these segments would also use songs from that country. It was even rumored that the segment for the United Kingdom would have included a song from legendary rock band The Beatles. It's unknown how many segments would have been in this film, but a lot of people guessed that it would have had somewhere between 6 or more segments. What we can confirm, however, is that there were some segments that actually saw the light of day. These films include Destino, a surreal short film with music by Amino Dominguez, which then would have been performed by Dora Luz. Lorenzo, a segment directed by Mike Gabriel, who previously directed The Rescuers Down Under and Pocahontas with music by Juan Jose Mussolini. One by One, with music done by Lebo M, and The Little Match Girl, based on the classic story by Hans Christian Andersen, and would use the song's String Quartet No. 2 in D minor. Many of you have probably seen these shorts because of the release of these films on home media. Like, One by One would be on the DVD of The Lion King 2 Simba's Pride, and The Little Match Girl would be on the DVD of The Little Mermaid Platinum Edition. Lorenzo would be played before the film Raising Helen, and Destino would appear in a few film festivals. You can also find these specials on the DVD of Fantasia 2000 and the DVD of Modern Disney Shorts. So you're probably wondering, why was this film shelved if they already had a few segments animated? Well, the reason for that can be pointed to the downfall of 2D animation at the start of the 2000s.
Let's eat! Oops.
Ever since Treasure Planet bombed at the box office, a lot of 2D animated films were scrapped and cancelled, including a Treasure Planet sequel. This led to Fantasia 2006 to never be made, and in 2004, the film was no longer in development and was cancelled. Along with that, Disney's hand-drawn animation studio also shut down because of said films doing badly at the box office. It was the rise of CGI animation, and a lot of people would have rather watched films like The Incredibles rather than films like Home on the Range. It's been a while since hand-drawn animated films have been in theaters, and because of that, I don't think we'll ever see Fantasia 2006 make it to theaters. And unfortunately, this is all the information that I could find on the film. You'd figure that more people would be open to talk about this, seeming how the film has been scrapped and was in production for 2 years. I'm not sure if there is any more information that's worth looking into, but if there is, then by all means, please link me to them. I'll admit, I've never really been obsessed with finding certain pieces of media, but after looking into this, I can now understand why it's such a common interest among fans of anything. Fantasia 2006 is an interesting project that I want to know more about. As sad as I am knowing that this film will never be released in cinemas, it's still nice to know what could have been. And at the very least, we have 4 of the segments that came into the general public in one way, shape, or form. Many projects would kill just to have some footage out there. But as is, what we do have is amazing, and I'm at least thankful that we have these shorts to watch.